The immediate changes I noticed were that I was able to close sales because now patients already had an appropriate answer about what treatments we offer. With Solution, we increased sales by more than 10%. It saves us from having to keep staff permanently answering, and instead it will be an AI available 24/7. That's the competitive advantage I have over my competitors. We can respond quickly. With Solution, we increased sales by more than 10%. I'm Julio Palpan, owner of XRaydent Dental Clinic, which is also a neurological center. Before Solution, we lost a lot of sales, spending a lot on advertising, and we didn't have a sales funnel to filter our patients, who are potential clients. We couldn't filter out the merely curious people. That was until Solution came along to solve this problem. Well, the main difficulty was that we didn't have an assistant who could respond to messages automatically, and we were losing a lot of sales. So until I found out there was a virtual assistant that could work 24/7 to respond, and the AI was thoroughly trained to reply according to the context of our business. Yes, what caught my attention the most was the artificial intelligence. For us, it was something new that the texts were answered like a human would. No, we don't use audio, but we do use texts, and for those, there was definitely a big learning curve. The support team guided us so that the responses would be what the patient wanted to hear, so that Solution could reply exactly the way we really wanted it to. And so we wouldn't lose those potential clients. The immediate changes I noticed were that I was actually able to close sales because patients were already getting an appropriate response about what treatments we offer. With Solution, we increased sales by more than 10%. Besides the increase in sales, Solution allowed my patients to automatically schedule through its platform. Yes, the competitive advantage is the quick response and the automatic scheduling. We would transfer that automatic scheduling to our own CRM, but we already had a set schedule of patients from social media. I think that's the biggest competitive advantage we have here with Solution. Well, since we're in the healthcare field, I see that very few are still using this technology. We started using it some time ago, and that's the competitive advantage I have over my competitors. We can respond quickly, because here, if you don't respond fast, the patient simply goes to another center, since there's a lot of competition in the dental field. So for me, Solution helps me a lot and helps me attract these patients. I consider it very effective. I think that nowadays, those who don't use these technologies end up falling behind, because in such a competitive market, we need to respond to clients quickly in order to attract that patient. If you don't respond quickly, I think it's a lost sale. I would highly recommend Solution because for businesses that are just starting out and need to attract patients, clients, or leads, it's very important to have automatic responses that are well thought out, right? Just like AI does. The Solution is very good because it saves us from having to keep staff permanently responding, and instead you have an AI working 24/7. It does it correctly and never gets tired. For me, that's the greatest potential of Solution.